Direct Connection is made by MPT to serve all of our diverse communities and is made possible by the generous support of our members. Thank you. Live from Maryland Public Television, this is Direct Connection with Jeff Salkin.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in for Direct Connection. Later in our Your Health segment, an injury or an illness doesn't have to leave you on the sidelines. We will hear about the latest advances in adapted sports. That's coming up. First tonight, congratulations. You may already be a winner. The scam and spam artists are cooking up new ways to rip off people. Joining us now with some advice is Angie Barnett, President and CEO of the Better Business Bureau of Greater Maryland. Angie, thank you so much for being here.
Good evening, Jeff.
When we talked Friday, you said to be on the lookout for travel scams coming in the mail. I get the mail Saturday, and there's this envelope. It's one of those things that comes in the mail. It's all like folded up. It's hermetically sealed. There's little things on each side that you have to bend and break off, and it looks like a check because it's got the little marbled things so nobody can see through it. And inside there's a nice picture of an airplane and says, I get to fly with any U.S. airline, but I must respond soon. What's the scam?
Call to action. Well, now I'll raise you two. How about that? Because I've got two postcards.
You got
yes,
better pictures of airplanes
absolutely.
That I got.
And I want to say I'm really calling these schemes. At least in one of these postcards, this is a legitimate business. So they are actually flying under the radar because there's some misleading, deceptive advertising here. But
so I think scam would be, you won these tickets, but we need a $50 deposit. Give us a credit card number, then you never hear from them again.
You're exactly right.
This is more involved, and you're calling it a scheme.
Some of these are. Now, the ones we're getting, and actually these are circulating Maryland right now, usually higher zip code area, people who have money who are thinking about travel. And they give you a number to call and a sense of urgency, just like you said, gotta do it right now. Well, in this case, if you call them, and we did, we could get no information other than you have to come to a seminar. And we could not find out what the company name was. We couldn't find out exactly what would occur at the seminar. All they said is, you need to come to a seminar. So they're trying to gather people together for a wonderful night out. And now I'm reporting what consumers who file complaints against these programs, what they tell us. They're really designed to offer to you a travel club membership. And it's going to be a high price ticket. It's about $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 per year, or at least the first year. They get you into it. And what consumers report over and over is most of these are airfare, hotel accommodations that you can get just by going to any other website. Same price, really not a cost savings. 5-star hotels, probably not a 5-star hotel. So it's really a call to action, a lot of urgency, and a sense of, I want you to sign up tonight, right now.
So it may not necessarily be illegal. It's just high pressure. It's not ordinary course of business. So
no, not at all.
How do consumers know? What should they think about when they get a too good to be true offer?
Right. Well, in this case, in these cards and in that, is simply there is no identifying information. In fact, this card has on the front cover the word Southwest. So you would kind of go, oh, this is from Southwest Airlines. I'm going to get. No, not at all. It's just, and it's not typed like their brand, but it's very misleading. So you want to call any of the numbers. If you're interested, call the phone number on there and ask questions, but you want them to be transparent. And that's it. If you choose to get into this, that's fine, but you want the business to be transparent. So what is the business? What is it they expect for you? How much is it going to cost you? Always, is there fine print? And if they tell you the deal is tonight and tonight only and they're not going to offer it again, do you buy a pair of tennis shoes tonight and tonight only? No, it's a good reason to walk away. So trust your gut too, and don't get carried away with that. It is too good to be true, and don't get so excited with the emotion. It's because you think, wow, this is travel. I really want to do it. They're going to offer me all kinds of packages. And if you're going to go to a seminar, if you're going to think about travel in a U.S. airline, one of the things you want to really do is do your homework. Look and see what the average cost to travel in the places you want, the hotel cost, and compare apples to apples.
Let me remind our viewers, if you have a question about potential scams or questionable business practices, give us a call. We'll have the number up on the screen. You can also tweet a question. Our Twitter address is @MPT News. I guess one of the frustrating things is you get things in the mail that are solicitations from a business, but they don't tell you that. I mean, maybe there's a free speech reason why you can't require companies like that to put on the outside, this is an ad. This is junk mail. Just throw it away now.
Yeah, it is. And we're getting so many questions, Jeff. One of the things that people are calling us about consistently is exactly that. They're getting in the mail an envelope, very business appropriate. They open it up and there are checks inside. And they think they've won. And the letter always says, you've won a sweepstakes, you've won a lottery. And people really want to believe it's true. Now, what they're directing you in the sweepstakes or the lottery is to deposit the check, call a number, get directions. They're going to tell you to deposit the check. And then you're going to wire some money because that money is going to cover your taxes or, give you insurance for the sweepstakes. So it's that deceptive practice of the phone call, the email, or the mail where you think it's something and it leads you to something else that's usually going to ask for personal identifying information, bank account, credit card, because they want to take something away, not give you something.
And many people don't know that check is going to bounce, but it's going to take some time to bounce. And the wire that you sent is gone.
It's absolutely gone. You can't really reclaim it. And the check, luckily tellers are so much better prepared for these schemes now, and they will typically try to talk you out of depositing that. But if you do and it bounces, you're responsible for that. So if you get a check for $6,000 and you sent them $900 to cover the taxes or the insurance or whatever made up excuse they offer you, you're out that money and you can't reclaim it.
Let's go out to Baltimore City. This is Alex. Alex, thank you for calling. Go ahead.
Good evening, Jeff, and to your guest.
Hi.
My question is, why aren't most scam artists criminally charged? When you call the police, they always say that it's a civil matter, but to me, most of these scams are criminal. Thanks.
Great question. Thanks very much.
Wonderful question. Now, when I think of scams, I'm thinking of phishing, the phone calls you and I were talking about that we get. And actually, in today's technology world, it's impossible to track them down. So the scam artist, think of all the trouble they're having even identifying who commits the massive data breaches. With technology and computers linking and tracking all over the world, because a lot of scam artists are not here in the U.S. Very few are. In fact, most of the time, these massive breaches and a lot of these Nigerian letter scams, et cetera, are taking place overseas. It's impossible to track them. And then when you do, you've got all this communication from country to country and their policies and how difficult it is for regulatory and enforcement agencies to work together from country to country. And there are regulatory agencies that really are trying so hard to deal with cybersecurity issues, trying to deal with all the phishing and the fraud. It's just so sophisticated now, it's very challenging.
So what do we do as consumers? I mean, that makes me want to crawl in a hole in the ground and just use cash.
It does, it does. And cash isn't a bad thing, but it's not always,
There's pros and cons,
absolutely. And there's just not always sensible ways of doing transactions with cash. So you really want to just be smart. And that is use a credit card, use safe passwords, monitor your credit reports, your bank statements on a regular basis. Daily is obsessive.
Credit card as opposed to a debit card.
I really think so.
Because the protections are different.
Thank you. You've got so much better protection in terms of the dollar value, length of time, and they'll dispute it for you. The creditors have a vested interest in checking this out and trying to pursue action. So, you just have to be vigilant. And I'll always say, say, get a shredder. Have one in your house. And when all these offers come in like this, shred them. Just avoid the confusion. Don't crawl under a rock or in a cave, but just be smart about what you're doing.
Let's talk to Pat in Harford County. Pat, thank you for calling. Go ahead.
Yes, we went to a hotel that said they would buy our...
Pat, you still there? I think we lost Pat. But that sounded like it was circling back to the hotel thing that we referenced earlier.
Boy, I was guessing she went to on a timeshare. That's another one that's circulating. It'd be great to hear the rest of her story.
I haven't gotten one of those for a while. I used to get them from big-name hotel companies that were either fronting or actually involved in the timeshare business, and those actually sounded like good deals. Like, you know, we'll give you 3 nights wherever. You have to listen to an hour-long pitch. I never did it, so I don't know how intense that pitch was going to be.
I did.
Did
I
you?
went to Mexico on it. Yes, indeed.
You look like you're happy about it. So it worked out okay.
It was a great time, and you just had to know to say no and not cave into that emotional. But a lot of the seminars that are going on in hotels, and we talked about the travel one, another one is timeshare. And the point is they want to buy your timeshare from you. Because people who bought timeshares, what was that, like in the 70s, 80s, 90s, when it was all a big whoop-de-doo, people who bought timeshares realized it's deeded property for the rest of your life, forever and ever. And those maintenance fees that were $20 may now be 30 or 40 or 50, and you have to pay it every month, on and on, forever. So it sounded like a great idea, but people are wanting to ditch them and get rid of them. And what a lot of situations we're seeing, you have to pay the timeshare company thousands of dollars at the conclusion of the seminar for them to buy the timeshare from you.
Well,
so
I'm glad you had a good time in Mexico.
Yeah, I did, though. I really did. And I did stay at a real 5-star hotel and everything, but that was back in the days when it was what it was, and they were fully transparent.
Let's talk to George in Baltimore City. George, thanks for the call. Go ahead. Hello, George. Are you there?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I bought a ticket on Southwest Airlines from Norfolk, Virginia. I didn't know that it was a non-refundable, and now they're telling me that in order for me to get my money back, I have to have gone to the hospital or died or something of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
George, thank you very much for the phone call. I mean, so many airline tickets are. Occasionally Southwest, or generally Southwest, will let you keep the value of the ticket for up to a year. If you're gone somewhere else, you could apply it to that.
Exactly, and that is because I do use Southwest frequently, and I will say I've had to cancel at the last minute, and what they do is exactly what you described, that they just allowed me to cancel that ticket, but they held on to my money, but I could use that same dollar value anytime in the next year. And the thing we have to remember as consumers, and we don't always like to hear this, is that it is a business's right to put terms and conditions on refunds, cancellations, and it's our job to read and understand it. But that is also why they have customer service. So the thing we always say to people is, yes, you bought under those terms and conditions, you're trying to get out of something, you might have even signed a contract or paid up front, but call customer service and see what you can work out for them, with them.
When do people turn to the Better Business Bureau, and maybe what misconceptions are there about what you do, what you don't do?
Yeah, people turn to us most frequently now, and I'm very pleased to say, before they make pre-purchase decisions, when they're looking to make a decision to spend money, and that could be car, home, pets, that kind of thing. But before they're spending money, they're checking on businesses to find trustworthy businesses to see what the customer experience is with that business. One of the misconceptions that I think people have is they expect if they have a complaint that we can make a business do something. And really, BBB is about in dispute resolution, there's 2 sides to every story. We don't have a vested interest in who wins, but we want the parties to have resolution. We want that customer to be satisfied, that business to offer resolution, and it to be favorable.
You were telling me you working with the Federal Trade Commission.
Yes, indeed. FTC.
Got somebody shut down.
I really am proud of the work of Better Business Bureau and the FTC. And the earlier question is sometimes why isn't some action taken against a business or a scam artist? This wasn't a scam, but this was a scheme. These businesses, we believe, and based on customer 500 complaints, these were nonprofits, churches, organizations that received boxes of light bulbs, and the light bulbs were, then they were charged $500, $400 for this box of light bulbs. They would get invoiced for it, and they didn't order it. So the FTC has followed these companies for a considerable amount of time. We had over 500 complaints on these companies, and right now cease and desist order is in place, and we are appreciative because these small nonprofits, these churches, schools, private schools, we believe they were taken advantage of based on the complaints that they filed. So very proud of the work that's been done.
That's great. I mean, the scam artists always seem to resurface with a different game, maybe in a different town.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
But this
looking
is
for an easy way to
definitely
make a buck, and hope consumers keep that in mind. If it's too good to be true, it probably is, right?
Well, congratulations on your victory. That's
Thank
great.
you.
We'll see you on Southwest.
Thank you. We'll see you.
Angie Bardette, Better Business
Thanks,
Bureau.
Jeff.
Thanks a lot. Just ahead tonight, the physical and emotional benefits of adapted sports. We'll be right back.
Heather Sanderson here. It's time to award an OTG to this week's loyalty supporter,
Marianne N. of Springfield.
Membership matters. Thanks for helping to put a smile in everyone's day.
Next time on Antiques Roadshow, tune in for even more amazing treasures from our 16th season.
Isn't that cool?
I never knew that.
Who?
Really?
Seriously.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my stars. Well, that was a good find.
Don't miss these fabulous finds and more from our extra special episode, Antiques Roadshow Junk in the Trunk 2.
Tonight at 8 on MPT. Tonight on MPT.
Next time on Midsummer Murders.
Dead?
A man is killed for a priceless musical score, but Barnaby has it checked out.
We have ourselves a forgery.
And the original's still out there somewhere.
And when a collector in possession of the score drowns...
What if he'd found out the whole thing was a fake?
Barnaby and Scott suspect the forger may be the killer.
Bingo.
See if Barnaby plays it right.
I say that's a strong possibility, wouldn't you?
On Midsummer Murders.
Tonight at 9 on MPT.
Next time on Antiques Roadshow, it's childhood collectibles, kids' crafts, and tiny treasures.
What's your memory of this day?
I remember thinking, God, to see a big biceps.
They're the smallest Bianchi spurs I've ever seen. They kind of had him dressed like an old-style cowboy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I could just cry. I had no idea.
It's Antiques Roadshow Forever Young.
Tonight at 10:30 on MPT.
Joining us in the studio now for this week's Your Health segment are Mike Henley, therapeutic recreational specialist and adapted wheelchair basketball clinic coordinator at the University of Maryland Rehabilitation and Orthopedic Institute, and Pam Cawley, senior therapeutic recreational specialist and adapted golf program coordinator at the University of Maryland Rehabilitation and Orthopedic Institute. Thanks to both of you for being with us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Let's talk about adapted sports. Mike, what does that phrase mean?
Adapted sports is sports for persons with more or less physical disabilities. So it's like maybe basketball but using a wheelchair, or rugby using a chair, or golfing with some modifications of your technique or rules, or using different devices to participate in them.
And you're both a participant and a coordinator and employee.
I am, yeah. I play wheelchair rugby. I've played basketball in the past, but I like snow skiing and hand cycling, doing all kinds of fun stuff.
I'd like to see wheelchair rugby.
Come out to
What'd you say it was called?
Well, quad rugby. It used to be called murder ball. So,
regular rugby is pretty tough.
Right, yeah. Wheelchair contact is allowed in quad rugby, and it's a sport that persons with quadriplegia play, so they have to have upper and lower body impairment.
Yeah.
Like myself, I broke my neck in a car accident when I was 18, so I have hand and leg, weakness. So.
Well, to stay on that for a second, the ability to stay active and keep playing sports, what's it meant to you?
It meant the world to me because before my injury, I'd like to skateboard, ride bikes, and I liked sports, but then afterwards it got me back outside, living my life again, got me some self-esteem, confidence. It even helped me go to school, and well, now it's my job being in recreation.
That's
so
the trifecta, yeah.
Yeah.
Pam, let's talk about adapted golf a little bit. Maybe there's less contact there than the wheelchair rugby, I'm thinking.
Yes, we kind of discourage that, but we actually have a program. It's what I consider a comprehensive program where we help golfers who are beginners or avid golfers who want to get back into the sport that have maybe have had some sort of physical injury or medical event that has.
So in the picture we're seeing there, the gentleman it looks pretty straightforward, just hitting from the chair, but you're somewhat limited in that, I would think.
Absolutely. That is a picture of someone who's basically trying the sport out from a wheelchair and just learning how to swing. But we also have a specialized cart that's a solo golf cart that is a single rider that will allow the person to take it to the next step. So they will actually be able to play from the cart and take it on to the course and go from the tee box to actually putting out.
Pam, show me this ingenious device you brought with you that would go in the bag of somebody who's playing golf this way,
right,
and allows them to do something they can't do. It's a basic part of golf.
Right, so to be able to actually bend down from a cart, Mike would probably benefit from this as well, that if he was playing from a solo golf
Maybe
cart
hold it up a little higher
and had difficulty bending down and teeing up. And actually, a lot of people have reasons why they can't tee up their ball. It could be bad knees, arthritis, but the way this works, you've got the ball in your tee already set up, and it's got like a trigger. So basically, you're going to press it, and it's going to go on the ground, and your ball stays on the tee.
Mike's thinking this would be a great weapon in rugby.
Yeah. And on the other side, you actually have the retrieval. This little cup here will actually pick the ball up out of the cup.
Yeah, well, you see a lot of people with that.
Absolutely. So it's all in one. And I was showing Mike earlier that it looks kind of dangerous, but actually this is the divot repair.
Wow.
So of course etiquette in golf is very important. So you're not really excused from, repairing your divots.
Or if you have an attacker on the golf course.
Well, hopefully that wouldn't be the case.
Mike, you have a festival coming up at the Rehabilitation and Orthopedic Institute. Who do you want to come out for this?
Really anyone, but more importantly, persons living with physical disabilities, whether it's spinal cord injury, amputee, stroke, brain injury, anyone that's physically limited to participating in normal recreation and sports. And I mean, what they're going to get out there that day, we have everything from like scuba diving in our pool just to like try it out, and load them up with scuba gear. I let them do that. Hand cycling, foot pedal trikes, wheelchair basketball, quad rugby.
So short on time, but let me just, the date's September 6th, 10 to 3. It's what used to be called Kernan Hospital, which is the University of Maryland Rehabilitation and Orthopedic Institute. Great work. Thank you both for coming in.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
We do appreciate it. Thank you for joining us for Direct Connection. We are back Thursday with your money and business. Now, for all of us here at MPT, I'm Jeff Salkin. Thanks for watching, and have a good night.
Your health segments are a co-production of Maryland Public Television and the University of Maryland Medical System.
This program was made by MPT to serve all of our diverse communities.